welcome Imran Yusuf!
Good evening, Edinburgh! Awesome, guys. Absolutely fantastic to be here, man. Edinburgh 2011, man. However, world peace still eludes us, man. I want world peace. I believe in world peace. That's the kind of naively optimistic person that I am. I believe world peace is entirely possible. That's the kind of person I am. I'm not making any apologies for it. I'm not going to make any excuses for it. That's the kind of naive and optimistic person I am, that I believe in world peace. Now, we're going to see it one day, right? Now, maybe not in our lifetime, maybe not even for generations to come. But one day in the future, human beings will cultivate enough compassion, patience, and restraint for one another that we will see world peace blossom and flourish over this entire planet. And I believe in that because anything is possible. Absolutely anything is possible. In the future, a white guy's gonna win the 100 meters. Don't laugh at that, that's somebody's dream. Okay, he'll be ginger too, be called the Red Flash. That's when we will see world peace. Because our political leaders don't want world peace, man. They control the world by dividing us through our ideologies and keeping us in a state of fear, right? And they don't want world peace. I know that our Prime Minister doesn't want world peace because it's something he said earlier this year that really upset me. He went out to some big conference in Germany and he said something to this effect, and it's paraphrased as this, that multiculturalism has failed. And I thought, wow, what a horrible thing to say about our beautiful country and how richly diverse it actually is, that multiculturalism has failed. Flip side of that multicultural coin is also this. A lot of us are actually getting along. Would you agree? Yeah, thanks for that, because I asked that in Barnsley once and all I got was, no! Take your curry with you! Just leave some samosas, I like them. Right? So when he said multiculturalism had failed, it kind of made me question my own value in British society, right? Because you know what? Wherever I've gone in life, I've never fit in. I wasn't born in Britain, but I've grown up in Britain. I consider this home. That's the way I feel about it, right? Like I said, wherever I've gone, I've never quite fit in. Like, some people don't even believe what my background is. When I tell people where my family are from, I get into arguments with people. My family are from East Africa. That's where we're from. This is all I can ever tell you. But I get into these arguments with people like, yeah, but come on, you know, where are you really from? You know, like, really? Yeah? Don't know where you're manufactured. Yeah, right? I want to know your origin. Where are you really from, right? So I told them I actually was born in Mombasa, Kenya. That's where I was born. So yeah, come on, stop trying to be funny, yeah? You know what I mean, yeah? Where are your parents really from? Well, actually, I can reveal to you that both of my parents are also from East Africa. It's where they were born. Yeah, but come on, right? Stop taking a piss now, right? With your history and your geography and your politics, yeah, right? Where are your grandparents really from? That's when they got me, right? Now, my grandparents actually grew up and spent most of their life in East Africa, but my great-grandparents came from India, and they came from a region of India called Konkan. And the name of their community out there were the Konkani Muslims. That was the name of their community. But over time, this changed, and eventually it became smaller and more succinct. And by the time they had moved over to East Africa, the name of the entire community had changed to what it is to this very day, and which is, and I kid you not, the Cockney Muslims. I'm not making it up, Google it, K-O-K-N-I, Cockney Muslims. And by that, I don't mean there's a bunch of Muslim people running around East Africa going, Salaam alaikum, you slag. You're not going to catch us outside a mosque on a Friday going, my old man's a mullah, he wears a mullah's cap, he dons a long Islamic frock, wants Israel off the map. We're releasing that on iTunes, buy it at 99p. As you can imagine, my parents got kicked out of Uganda by Idi Amin, who gave all the Asians 90 days to leave, only to then learn, shit, what do we do with all these cash registers? Right, and then my family were forced to go and live in Hackney Downs, East London. See that there be the East Side, you best recognize her. Understand what I'm trying to say? I was born in the third world and upgraded to the ghetto. And if you've been watching the news, it's like the flipping third world again. Right, so that's what we had to go and move to. And my family heard that they were going to be uprooted from their culture, their language, their way of life, and be forced to go and live in East London. They weren't worried. Not for 1 second, because this is exactly what they said. They went, hey, don't worry. I've heard where we're going to live in the East London. There are actually plenty of Cockneys. We will fit right in. And they turned up day one, went up to the first bloke they saw in Hackney Downs, went, hey, you, yeah, you, salaam alaikum. Like, did he just call me a muppet? Yeah? We fit right in a way, made loads of friends. Right, I grew up in England, so therefore, right, I'm a proud supporter of the English football team, right? I'm proud of that, okay? I wasn't born in England, but I've grown up in England, so therefore I support the English football team. That's the kind of patriot that I am, okay? Right, I get upset when I hear people talk about, hey man, yeah, I support Brazil. Why are you Brazilian? No, because I just like yellow top. Shut up! No, the rules are that you support the country that you were born in or that you grew up in. Those are the rules. And I know the English football team doesn't do too well nowadays because our footballers are too busy being celebrities rather than being professional athletes representing their country in the fine game that is association football. But regardless of how bad England might ever do in any kind of World Cup competition, I will always support the English football team because that's the kind of patriot that I am. But when it comes to cricket, they're on their own. Up until recently, anyway. Guys, that's my time. My name's been Imran Yusuf. Peace out. God bless.
Please welcome the magnificent Mr. Joel Dommett!
That is very upbeat music for what is a very middle-class act. I brought my bicycle to Edinburgh, right? Huge mistake, right? It's just hills and cobbles. It's just hills and it's the worst terrain for a cyclist ever, right? So even when you're going up a hill, you've got to go up little hills going up a big hill, right? It's annoying, and I'm terrified on it, right? I'm terrified of my bicycle because, just before I came up to Edinburgh, I crashed, right, on my bicycle, and I'm scared to death. And the worst fear, this is what happened, right? The worst fear for any cyclist is when a parked car opens their car door. Right, this is terrifying for us, right? And so I was going along, and I was going along pretty quick. I was just like, yeah, I am going some right now, right? And this guy, he just opened his car door, completely oblivious, just opened it up. And so I saw him, I saw the door, so straight away I slammed on the brakes, so my wheels, locked up. And instead of hitting the car door at full speed, then flying epically over the car door, because I slammed on my brakes, I hit the car door at a slow speed, then fell into the man's lap. It was the most awkward situation between two men ever. But to me, this man was incredible. He caught me like Patrick Swayze. He was there for me. He was just like, hello. Hello. And these are the two words that he chose to say to me on that day, right? I haven't heard these two words slotted together since I was probably about 9 years old. He just caught me and he just went, nice skid. So I got up straight away and I was like, I'm really sorry. And I went to ride away, but I felt bad, right? Because he just gave me a compliment. So before I rode away, I thought, I'm going to give him a compliment back. So I rode away and I went, comfy lap, and just rode away. I also made a huge mistake in the way I came up to Edinburgh Festival this year on a megabus. Yeah, look at it. Don't do that, mate. It's a terrible mistake, right? It's literally the longest journey of my entire life, right? I don't know if anyone's done that journey, right? From, London to Edinburgh, right? 9 days that took. 9 days! So it was the longest, and this is horrible. Some sort of liquid halfway through the journey started to come from the toilet to the back of the bus. Yeah, terrible, right? It started to just flow down the aisle towards the driver, and then in a beautifully English way, everyone was just pretending that nothing was happening. They were all pretending that they hadn't seen it, just be like, oh yeah, it's just this normal thing, just nothing's happening, just waiting for someone else to do something about it, right? Even the guy sat opposite me, he even had he just turned to me and just went, oh, mate, go tell the driver. I was like, no, why don't you tell the driver? And he honestly turns to me and goes, because I'm asleep. What a dick, right? So I had to go tell the driver. I went to tell the driver, and he was so angry. He was super angry that I told him. And he pulls over on the side of the motorway, and he just goes up to the back of the bus, starts looking at the pipes at the back of the bus, right, on this toilet. He has no idea what he's doing. Absolutely no idea. He's looking at the pipe, and the only way I can describe it is, in a film, when there's on an aeroplane or something, when someone gets badly hurt, the pilot usually comes out and goes, "Oh my God, is there a doctor on this flight?" Right? He just beautifully just went, "Oh my God, is there a plumber on this bus?" Nobody said anything, right? And then this little Scottish voice at the front just went, "It'll cost you." You guys have been an absolute pleasure. I've been Joel Dommett. Have a nice festival. Take care, bye.